I'm just curious as to what punishments are due for certain crimes. Because the thing I'm going to talk about is the wedding, where Criston Cole beat the shit out of Joffrey Lonmouth to literal death. Like, his face was mush. Like, you could see it when they turned his face to the side. It was like mushy and squishy. It was nasty. But my point being is, while he was beating him, remember, Laenor tried to pull Criston Cole off him, and Criston Cole stood up and punched Laenor in the mouth. Like, struck the king consort. How is that not grounds for penalty of death if you strike the king consort? And so then at that point in time, if it is the penalty is death for that, a lot of things don't happen if Criston Cole dies in this episode going forward. So it's just like, where are we? What punishments fit what crimes here? Because in my mind, if you strike with the soon-to-be king consort, like that is a death penalty. You know, we've seen people get killed for way less than that. You know. Like, so I don't know. I think that's like the thing I want to talk about. You know, what would happen? Not so much what would happen if Criston Cole was killed, but like, why wasn't he? Like, why was there no punishment for that at all? It's like they didn't even. And not only that, too. Like, let's talk about this. Like, why didn't he even get punished for disrupting the whole wedding in the first place? He caused this whole brawl, and it's like they just look past it like it's no big deal. Like, don't worry about it, man. It's all good. Like, he got zero punishment at all. If anything, actually, he got promoted. He got promoted. Which is the most ridiculous thing. I think we really need to talk about this. Is that, like, I just don't know how he escaped any sort of punishment for disrupting the entirety of a royal wedding, killing a guy, and striking the king consort. Like, how the fuck do you get away with that?
Scott clean too. Like, Scott clean. No one was putting any punishment on him. He was just gonna commit suicide because he felt so bad, because he was sulking in the corner. That's wild. You know what? See, I do think George needs to go ahead and finish Winds of Winter and Dream of Spring before he does any side projects. But that would be an interesting book to read. Probably the most boring book in the world. But if he came out with a book that he wrote that was like the master of laws, that was like all the laws in the realm, since he's been coming out with all these other like history books and stuff, that would be interesting to read. But I have no idea how he managed to get away with that. I guess that goes into the thoughts of how you were saying Viserys the Peaceful. Maybe he just was so done at that point. Was like, I'm going to get them married in this small court. I don't want to deal with it. I'm forcing this. This is going to happen. Whatever. He's a Kingsguard. I really don't give a shit. Just get the fuck out of my face. Like, I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to wish you any punishments. I don't want to wish them any punishments. I don't want to deal with it anymore. Maybe that's why. But yeah, dude, the guy interrupted the entire ceremony. Literally, this was the Criston Cole show, everybody. I have no idea how you get away with that. You would think he would have at least been pulled off by like some of the other people, like Sir Harold or something, right? And then brought into contempt in like the dungeons or something. I have no idea, dude. The guy got away scot clean, and maybe it's because, you know, him and Alicent are pretty cool now.
He got away with literal murder. like that was the whole deal. Remember in the very beginning of this series, the very first episode, when Daemon went through with the city watch and were punishing people for their crimes. You know, you took the hands of thieves, you took the dicks of rapists, and then took the head of murderers. He murdered someone that everyone saw. There was all the witnesses. The king himself saw it. Everyone saw it. He murdered this guy in cold blood, and they just did not punish him at all. Didn't spend one night in a cell that we saw. Like I said, even better, they promoted him. He said, you know what? Like, so I don't know how he got away with this. So yeah, I a lot of it was me thinking about the striking of the king consort, but then I'm thinking about, like, damn, no, he legit just murdered someone in front of everyone in the realm who came for the wedding, all these witnesses, and he faced zero repercussions for his actions. That is the craziest thing.